All right, so we've got this checkbox thing working well. It doesn't actually do anything yet, but we can at least check the boxes. It just doesn't look very good. Now, in the last video, I mentioned we could use some Bootstrap, but I forgot we already imported Bootstrap into this app, into the main TSX. We brought Bootstrap in. What I actually want to do this time is build our own CSS to show how we can do that. As we're just trying to, again, take a tour of different things we can do inside of a React.NET app. And so what I'm going to do in this case, I want the categories to be styled a certain way, and maybe I don't want to use the Bootstrap way, or maybe it doesn't do everything that I need it to do. And so for each of these components, I can create an accompanying, so we'll come in here and I'll just call it category filter.css. Now, there's nothing special about the naming. It just helps us to keep it organized. This isn't like a .NET situation where they need to be named the same thing, but it sure makes it easier to know which style goes with the category filter TSX if I name it the same thing. And so here we've got a blank file where we can build our own CSS for the category filter. And so I can just make a general one that is a class called category filter. And what I really want to do is get this text to come to the left. I want it to all be lined up like we normally see it on a website instead of being this jagged format. And so some of the things we can do to do that, and you could go look up some of these things. I've looked it up beforehand just to make sure that I had it. But we can do display flex direction is column. Align items is to the flex start. And there may be other ways of doing this, by the way. And then I can also make a general font family. So font family, we'll just say this is going to be generally the Arial family sans serif. All right, so that is for a general category filter. Now, as I make these changes, I'm going to let's get these up side by side. So I'm going to put this up. How do I get my side by side menu up here? There we go. So I want that there, and I want that there. So as I change this and save, it's not going to do anything because I haven't currently attached the CSS to anything. And so again, what we're doing is we're creating different classes, they're called, of styling, and then we can apply those styles to specific elements by calling that class. And so I need to do a couple things to get this to start doing anything. If I go into my CSX or TSX file, in order to get that styling, so if I come in here, let's try and use the category list, for example, or the category filter element we just created, for example. So if I come in here to this general div, overall div, and I say the style I want for all of this div, I'm going to give it the class name of category filter. And it's going to have no idea what I'm talking about. And so what do we do to get it to know what it's talking about? Well, it may help us here. I don't know if it's going to or not. No, see, it doesn't even know. And so we need to import our category filter in order to make this work. So I'm going to say import, and then the thing that we want to import, let me just make sure I have my syntax correct. And let's just put the quotes in. So import, and then we want to go to category filter, category filter.css. So /category filter.css, so it can recognize that file. Now when I save that, now that red line goes away and it recognizes that class as a real thing. And we can see that it tried to start to shift to do something, right? And so now we need to look at the individual elements there. And so I'm going to go back to my category filter.css, and we'll add another class in here. So I'll call this one category list. And I'll add in here, the display on this one is going to be flex. And on any of these things, by the way, you can hover over them and it'll explain a little bit more what they are. You can look up what they do. As I looked at how we could make this happen, this is just I'm not good at CSS. This is not me making this up. This is me going out and researching and putting this together. So I make that a category list. Well, again, I can come in and into my category filter TSX, and I can make the list here that we're going to create. I can say the class name for the list is category list. Save that. Well, it didn't do too much over here, did it? All right, so let's do the third thing, which is the actual items themselves, and make sure that we get those set up right. So I'm going to create one more in my category CSS. I'm going to create another class, category item. And then in there I'll say display, flex, and align items center. All right, save that. I wonder if I hadn't saved that before actually. Save this. And then for each input box itself, then we want to make sure that that has the class name of a checkbox. So is that what I just did? Sorry, category item. So that's this one. So as we're building this div, I'm going to give the class name equal to, this is going to be a category item. All right, so that's the div. I save this, and now we get everything shifting over the way that we want it to. All right. Well, there are other things we can do. It's kind of squished together next to the checkbox, right? And so we can do things like on the category, let's go back here. On the category list, I can say, look, I want to have a little gap there between the elements of 5 pixels. I save that and watch, it'll just shift it a little bit so they're a little more spread apart. If I don't like that, I could say, that's too much. Let's do 3 pixels and have it be whatever we want. I'll leave it at 5. And then here, we can do the same thing. We can go in and throw in a gap and say we want 8 pixels there to get a little gap between the checkbox and the text, and that makes it look a little bit better. And so many of you are so much better at this than me, of figuring out this style stuff. And so, and then we can do some other things, like I can add in another one, category checkbox, and just make the checkboxes look a little bit better. They're kind of small relative to the text, and so we can add in a flex shrink, and you'll just, once I get these in here, and you can add these one at a time and see what they do. Just save each time. Pixels, I'm looking at the clock. Height, 16 pixels. Save that. And then I can take over here and give each checkbox that I'm creating. So in the input here, I can give it a class name of, what did I call it? Category checkbox. Save that. And now the checkboxes all become a little bit bigger and look a little bit better that way too. And the last thing I want to do now is get this over to the left, but just looking at the clock, I think I'll do that in the next video. We'll work with some Bootstrap Grid in the next video. Spencer out.